Hi, friends and family. So it's been probably about 2 weeks, maybe a little longer, since I vlogged about the passing of my beautiful twin sister, Kara. And I kind of told myself, okay, Kelly, you've probably vlogged enough. And, I sort of tried to work through my feelings on my own, but I kind of came to the conclusion tonight that I needed to get back on video and to talk about it because I realized that when I don't do a vlog, and especially after a couple of weeks, it's like all the grief just like comes to the surface. And what happened is my birthday happened. It was the first one without my twin sister celebrating with me. She was in heaven. And then Easter happened. And it's like these things are happening in my life and I'm working through it, but I can tell I need to talk about it. And I've noticed that because I haven't been talking about it in this format, particularly this way, it's like there's a pressure of the grief. And the last couple of weeks, I was almost in sort of impersonal energy trying to finish up a bunch of stuff for work. And now that things are calming down, it's like all the grief that I've been feeling is coming to the surface. And because I've been through grief before, not this kind, mind you, but because I've dealt with it before with infertility and other things, other people in my life, I recognize when I need to talk about it. So I guess I'll just kind of review what I've been going through. I celebrated my 46th birthday. So for some of you, I'm younger than you. For some of you, I'm older than you. For some of you, we're right around the same age range. And my sister didn't make it to 46. She died at 45, passed away. Well, I say it, her first heavenly birthday was in heaven this last time. And I had a very calm birthday celebration. It just so happens that my husband has his birthday 2 days before mine. And so, ever since we married 23, almost 24 years ago, we have always celebrated our birthdays together, which helps a lot being an identical twin where your twin sister is in heaven and not there at your birthday celebration. And so, by the grace of God, I had just said to my family, let me just celebrate with Marcus and let's do something really simple at the house. I think we had like chicken salad and egg salad and very, very simple foods. And my sweet niece, Ayla, who's 8 years old, she sang happy birthday along with everyone else to the two of us. And that was good. And I didn't want multiple birthday celebrations this year. I just kind of wanted it to be easier on me to celebrate my life, to acknowledge the year that had come in my life, that I got to celebrate another year because not everybody does. But I didn't want to do too much, like have multiple celebrations with multiple people because it was just too hard. With it only having been, I think the celebration of life service was on April 5th and my birthday was on the 12th. So it was right after. And so it was the ideal way for me to do so. And I mentioned at the time that I was ordering a necklace and this is the necklace that I ordered, and it has little rhinestones on it. It's a cross and it has two pictures on the inside, which I'm kind of holding the phone, so I'm not going to open it up, but I'll open it up at another point. One picture is of my sister, and one is of my sister and me together as twins. And I could switch these out. I can put a family picture. I could put a sibling picture of the three of us. I could do lots of things. But this was the gift that was given to me by a family member. And it's extremely special. And it just came in So I'm now wearing this, and I will be wearing this necklace whenever I do anything. It's close to my heart, but it's also something that I will always wear when I am sharing the love of Jesus with people, carrying my sister with me in that. So I was able to get that necklace finally in the mail. And let's see what else. Easter was a little hard, but it was okay. I think it means more, and maybe some of you have experienced this. It was Resurrection Day for Jesus, and so we call it Resurrection Day a lot because it corresponds with Passover, and we like thinking of the holiday in terms of Passover and the the work that Jesus did for us so that we can be reconciled to a God who loves us. And so it had more impact on me because it wasn't just thinking of the sacrifice that Jesus made, but the fact that because of that sacrifice, we have loved ones who gave their hearts to Jesus, who are now in heaven cheering us on and waiting for us. And I felt the power of that during that holiday. But I also know that it was difficult for me because many families are celebrating, doing their normal things that they do to celebrate and going to prepare meals together and do all the things that people do when they celebrate a holiday. And I realized that my family will never quite look the same in this life again because we're now missing loved ones, and it changes everything about how you celebrate, who you celebrate with. And I did feel I did feel like the victory in my sister's passing and being with the Lord, but I also felt like just the acknowledgement that things are different now. And I really managed to, how shall I put it? I managed to work through all of the work that I was doing for the several universities that I work for. And I did a lot of grading the last couple of weeks, and I was almost trying to just focus on what I needed to do to get through it. And now that we're wrapping up some different uh, academic terms, it is calming down. And so I'm feeling it a lot. And, I guess you might find this to be the case after a memorial service or a funeral or after the things that you do to sort of officially recognize, excuse me, that somebody has passed, then you have to experience the rest of it. So I think that for me, I'm finding that this time that I'm in now, I see her picture on my bedside and it's hitting me. It's hitting me that I didn't get to do a lot of things with her that I wanted to do before she passed, and I don't get to do a whole list of things during my lifetime that I wanted to do with her. And thankfully, as I've shared in the vlogs, the Lord gave me a really beautiful framework for talking about my sister's life and her passing, and it becoming this really sweet gospel message to share, to call people to the Good Shepherd who loves them, who's calling them home. But even with that framework, it was a very complicated set of circumstances that led to her passing, and there's a lot of things that I did not get to do with her that I wanted to before she passed away. So I think I'm dealing with that now, and I've started to actively look for probably some kind of support group, whether it's a grief share or something else. I haven't decided yet because I find, even talking to my family, that the role of a sibling, or even in my case, an identical twin, is different than child loss, or, another type of role in family relationships that's a little bit different from one role to the other in terms of your connection to that person who's passed away. And the types of losses that you experience vary. And I mentioned that I found something for twins, and I'm still kind of looking around trying to determine how to navigate that. Like, what resources would be the best resources for me, because I have a faith-based perspective and I don't grieve without hope. I just happen to be grieving because I miss my sister, and because there are things that are losses in my life that I have to process in order to get to the place where it's not weighing down on me anymore, where I can sufficiently breathe, where it doesn't impact my body. For example, I've had a big flare up of physical symptoms the last 2 weeks. A lot of uh, my old symptoms from the injuries that I've had and chronic conditions have flared up in a big way, and I've been having to rest. And I recognize the connection between the two. I recognize that in this moment, I really have to focus on caring for my heart and my body, and working with the Lord and healing in such a way where it's able to be positive for my life, and where I'm able to kind of break out of some of the actual physical chronic pain that I have been dealing with, which has been excruciating. I said to my husband the other day, it's almost like my body is matching my heart, because my heart is so broken. And so, anyways, that's where I'm at. And man, I miss my sister. And there's just a lot of things that I wish could be different that aren't. And I think those are the things that I'll be processing. And I don't know how I want to handle it. I don't know if I want to have a vlog over and over again with all my stuff, but I feel like because I have to talk, that, whether I post it or not, I'm having to journal it out this way, basically. And I miss her a lot. And I think it's sinking in. And we're approaching a month since she passed away. And so I'm really starting to feel it more. And the waves of emotions are really starting to come. So I know that I have to breathe through this and trust God in this journey. And I really appreciate all your prayers. And thank you for all of your kind words and your care. I know many of you are going on your own journeys in life and dealing with your own situations, and maybe some of you even deep loss. And so it feels good to know that we're not alone in life. It feels good to know that we have people around us who care. And even when I'm not able to write a lot and talk a lot, to everyone who said such beautiful things to me, I thank you. It helps. And I felt supported. And I pray the same for you, that God will also walk with you through the things that you're dealing with in your life, and that we're gonna go through this together. We're gonna go through the difficult things and watch Jesus be who he is, and to bring good out of even the toughest circumstances. So I love you all. Thanks for watching and listening. Thank you for praying for me. And I'm going to try to take really good care of myself and kind of do some research on maybe some grief resources that'll help me. And I think I'm ready to do that. And yeah, I just think it's one day at a time, isn't it? Okay, I love y'all, and I will talk to you the next time.